Hello everybody, welcome to another Eternal Deck Tech. So I'm digging deep this time, get the joke, and trying to dig up some fun lists for the end of, set 3. We're going to have set 4 coming out real soon, and I'm going to be really happy to be brewing with new stuff. But I think the meta is fairly established. We've had a lot of the same decks. So I'm trying something a little different. We had Revenge last time. You may have seen the Revenge Hour list, which I think is actually pretty competitive. And I decided to up it a little bit. We're going to go deeper. I took out the Witching Hours. So what we're going to try and do is I thought, how can we go over the top of Witching Hour? And the way I want to do it is by playing a card that is pretty unused. And that's Crown of Authority. So the goal of the deck before was to play a bunch of Revenge units, keep buying them back over and over and over on the redraws with Destiny, and get a very cheap Witching Hour. That's a pretty competitive list. This one, I'm not sure if it's competitive or not. It actually has been doing pretty well, but it's going to use Crown of Authority. So what you're trying to do is get to Crown of Authority by jumping early on with all of your Revenge units and getting into the late game. You can play Crown, and once you have Crown online, then all of your Revenge units come back into play as upgrades. So if you have a Tock tick, you chump block early, you get it back with Revenge, boom, it's now 3/3. And that's pretty sweet. If you can get Crown out first, it gets even better, because then you get like a 3/3 and then a 5/5, or with Piercing Grief you get like a 5/3 and then a 7/5, and it just keeps going more and more like that. Makto is where it gets really insane, because if they kill Makto and you get into this long grindy match, you get a 7/7 and then a 9/9 and then 11/11, and it just keeps going up and up and up. So you can do some really cool things with Crown of Authority in a long game, and that's what we're trying to do. One of the other things that we did is we added in a little bit of time, which is the name of the deck. So we have Xenan Initiation, because Xenan Initiation plus Piercing Grief for other Revenge units is disgusting. Things like Makto, being able to chain it together over and over and over to just keep eating creatures from your opponent's board, is real nice. And same with, like I said, like Piercing Grief is fantastic that way. You can Dark Return back Piercing Griefs with Killer, gain a ton of life, draw cards, kill their creature. It's just fantastic. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do with Xenan Initiation and all of our different Revenge units, especially the lifesteal ones, or the ones that just constantly occur, like Inquisitor Makto. One of the last things that we have is just a one-of Lumen Reclaimer. So if Crown of Authority wasn't enough value, once you get a bunch of these cards into your graveyard the second time, into your void the second time, and you've used the Revenge, you've used the Destiny, and they've died again, it's really, really sweet to get them back with Destiny already. And you can do that with a Lumen Reclaimer, shuffle them all back in, and if you have a Crown of Authority, well, then they're even bigger. Or they might have already been bigger from Crown of Authority. So it's a super, super late game play, and there is only one of them, but it's a really cool little trump card for super late in the game. The rest of the deck is kind of straightforward. You've got your Dark Returns, like I said, to get back units that have already used their Revenge, died, have Destiny. It's really sweet little combo, because you Dark Return something, and with Destiny, when you draw it, you play it again for free. So basically you get a free creature for just one. And you also get to draw a card, it gets +1/+1, there's a ton of value to that. Devour and Direwood Prowler are here to draw some extra cards and just kind of keep the chain going. Crownwatch Press Gang is a real standout addition to this deck, and it was always in it, but Tock Tick and Crownwatch Press Gang is always really sweet. It's just a ton of value later on. You've got the Stonepowder Alchemist to just kind of chump block forever, gain you a ton of life, get you into the later game, and of course all your trump stuff later on. You've got your Inquisitor Makto, your Crowns, Direwoods, harsh rules to wipe out boards. And Elias is a one-of, because Crown of Authority doesn't just say units you draw get +2/+2, it also has an ultimate ability where you can draw a unit of 7 or more and put it into your hand. So you can just grab Elias, and it's real cool once you already have Elias Destiny, because then you just play 7, and it goes boom, right into play, with +2/+2, so you get like a 10/6, or even bigger if you've already had Crown out. So you get to do some cool things there. And yeah, we're going to run it through a bunch of games and see how it does.